It seems to me when it comes to the Ravens, you don't know what team you're going to get. Because they've played some really good teams and done bad. They've played good teams and done good. They've played bad teams and done excellent. And they played bad teams and lost to them.
Yeah.
So
they're like the Browns and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if they can lose to the Browns, then like they could end up losing to the Steelers.
Well,
so it's really just...
They played the Broncos.
Yeah.
And they destroyed the Broncos. But the Broncos almost beat the Chiefs yesterday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, so they did well there, but they played the Cowboys. And the Cowboys were only 3 points from from tying them.
Yeah.
And they, like we said, they played the Browns, and the Browns have been awful. And the Browns beat them.
Yeah, I don't even know what the Browns' record is, but oh my goodness. Let me look this up.
And let's...
I think they're 2-7.
But the Raiders beat them as well.
Yeah, and the Raiders are 2-7. The Browns are 2-7, and the Ravens lost to both of them. So it's like it's almost like they're the Steelers this year, where they're playing like when they're playing against bad teams, they're losing.
But I don't want to take them for granted. But at the same time, what Ravens team's going to show up on Sunday?
That's a really good question, actually. And I think when it comes to this game, it could really go any other way. Like, it could go any way. The Steelers can come out, dominate, or it could be a tight game. Steelers win by little, or they end up just getting...
The main thing, we have to contain Lamar Jackson. That is the key. I think any team that plays the Ravens, that's probably their top priority. Okay? Let him beat you with his arm. He's not always accurate, but he can really throw a ball.
Yeah.
But don't let him beat you with his legs.
Yeah, this is all run threat, this game. Now, Derrick Henry's really freaking good.
Now, granted, from what I read, their secondary is not all that great in their defense. So that could open up the field because, we now with that Mike Williams and the way Pickens been playing, hopefully, Calvin Austin is healthy. We could end up picking them apart in our throwing.
Yeah, and picking up Mike Williams, him getting a touchdown with his only reception. They might use him a little bit more.
This is going to be a huge test.
Yeah.
For us. Now, the great thing is that we're playing at home. So, we have that 12th person on the field. Yep. So I think that's going to be a key, but we need to go into this not overconfident. Chances are we're going to be underdogs.
Yeah,
we won't know that right now, but I guarantee you we're going to be underdogs going.
I don't think that they're going to be confident in the sense of them just like them all. Like, it seems like when I saw Mike Tomlin talk about Jackson, Lamar Jackson. He called him Mr. Jackson. We know his style. Like, he was respecting him because he knows that they're good.
Well, and that's why the Bengals almost beat him twice. Okay? In both games, the Bengals were only... Yesterday's game, they were 1 point away from tying. The game before that, they were 3 points.
Yeah, it was...
The Cleveland beat them.
Thursday.
The one thing is that we play each other, twice a year. We know each other, players, and we know, their capabilities. So it's really anybody's game, but, hopefully we can split the series. We can split it, but it's important that we win this game because we're playing at home. Because if we play at the Ravens, the next game, it's going to give us even a less chance of winning.
Yeah. And I see a lot of people comparing Lamar Jackson and Jaden Daniels. And Jaden Daniels is the quarterback we just played against, the Commanders. And he didn't run all that much. They said that he was the second biggest runner for quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, I understand that.
And they did contain that. And the question comes down to whether or not they can contain Lamar Jackson.
He's no MVP. And Lamar Jackson is an MVP.
Yeah.
He's a very good quarterback. And he, unfortunately, he can't win playoff games. I mean, it just seems like he never does good in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a good quarterback, and we have to be at the top of our game come Sunday.
Oh yeah, I do respect.
I think we have a better defense.
Yeah.
For sure. We have allowed only how many points? 164 points or 146?
I'm actually not too sure. Let me look at the standings here.
I'm pretty sure.
But they didn't allow that many points. The Steelers only allowed 146.
Yeah, 146.
So it's even less than what you thought.
Yeah, I said 164, 146. I couldn't remember.
And the Ravens they allowed 253.
Yeah, so we have that going for us.
Yeah, so it seems like the Steelers, as always, have a better defense.
And to be honest with you, Wilson didn't have a great game yesterday. Okay, so come this Sunday, maybe he'll be better. He was off. He was off this past weekend.
Which I find funny because he had 3 passing touchdowns, but his passer rating was actually his worst that he's had since he's played for the Steelers. So he did well, but he also didn't do well.
Washington had a better defense,
so
they were able to get to him a little bit more than past defenses.
Yeah, and just for comparison, when I look, the Commanders had 217 points against.
Yeah.
And the Ravens have 253. So,
but that doesn't
Washington's a little bit better when it comes to allowing points, but when you look at points forward, the Ravens is incredible.
Yeah, but the Ravens did the Ravens play this week though?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they played against they played
that's right.
The Bengals.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think the Ravens had a bye week.
They haven't had one yet.
But we did, so that's something that you have to consider too.
Well, do you know what's also weird? In all my years of watching the Steelers, I don't think there's a year that went by that we go this far into the season, the 10th week.
And we never had a rival game yet.
Yeah, we have not had a divisional game yet.
I've always said this. Whoever made the schedule for the Steelers is a Browns fan. There is no way that they could have made this schedule, look at the Steelers and say, it seems pretty fair. Yeah. In my opinion, the Steelers have the hardest second half schedule in the league. Hands down. There's no doubt about it in my mind that they have the hardest second half schedule in the league, and they're already winning their opening game coming into it. The Commanders.
So, who's going to win this upcoming game?
I'm just going to say the Steelers, because I'll just say that they're probably going to lose for the Ravens away game, whenever they go to the Ravens.
We're under a lot of pressure in this game. Our record's 7-2, Ravens' record 7-3.
Mm-hmm.
If we lose this game,
they will be ahead.
They will be in first place.
They have more.
They'll be 8-3, and we'll be 7-3.
Yeah, they have more divisional.
Yeah, they're going to be in front. That puts an awful lot of pressure on us.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I'm going to go. I really think that Ravens are going to win this game.
Oh, you do?
I think we're going to split it, but I think they're going to win our home game and we're going to win their home game.
Oh, so you're thinking that it's going to be, how good the Steelers are when it comes to away games.
That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
In my heart, that's what's going to happen. But I'm going to pick the Steelers.
Oh. You're sitting here building up like the Ravens are going to demolish them.
But I'm
on the win.
But I'm picking the Steelers.
You end up picking the Steelers.
I'm picking the Steelers because they don't have a choice but to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm just going to pick the Steelers because they need to win a divisional home game for them. They need to.
They need to win a game. Finally, because it's been a long time, they need to win a game as if it's a playoff game. And this is going to be playoff atmosphere, okay? And they, let alone be in a playoff game, because they haven't been in a playoff game only a few times under Tomlin. They need to win this game, and the pressure's going to be on. And if they can win this, then they have a chance to making it through the playoffs. But if they can't win this game, forget it. They won't make it through the playoffs.
I saw a lot of comments about Week 10 that just occurred. And a lot of people are saying that Steelers game was the best game that they watched for Week 10. And they said a lot of that is just due to the fact that it felt like a playoff game. How tight it was. Like, every yard mattered. Every penalty mattered. And it came down to a penalty. And the Steelers ended up winning.
Yeah.
It felt like playoff atmosphere. And so will this game. And this last stretch will be nothing but playoff atmosphere. You got the Kansas City Chiefs, which you said they might not even play Patrick Mahomes.
It's going to be their last game of the year.
Yeah, depending on if they're first in the conference.
If the Chiefs have the number one seed, there's no way that they're going to play Patrick. There's no way that they're going to play Kelsey. They're not going to do that. So, that might be a gimme for the Steelers.
Maybe. But, like, you got Kansas City Chiefs, you got Eagles, which the Eagles, I think, are 7-2 now.
They're playing pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 7-2. They're leading their division.
I think he had 2 interceptions in that game yesterday.
Yeah.
What was his name? Hurts?
Yeah. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Dallas looked awful. They looked so bad.
Actually posted on social
they were
media.
They were like the bad news bears.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, their own players are running in each. I mean, it looked so bad. I've never seen a team look that bad.
They're sitting here like trying to like grab the ball on all fours.
Yeah, it's like they can't even recover a fumbled ball.
Yeah, and
that was
Dallas. Oh my goodness! And it was a home game for them too.
Yeah, but to go back to the Ravens game, we're going to be without Alex Highsmith. I don't know if we're going to have Nick Herbig back.
Oh, hopefully. I hope so.
Hopefully,
because they don't really have much.
Well, they got the news. Smith is new.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can fill some shoes, but and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all we have to talk about, really. Like, this last stretch is nothing but playoff atmosphere for us.
Yeah, we need to be at the top of our game for the next games going on.
And, it's going to be really intense, and I'm hoping there's not going to be any major injuries, because there's already been.
Well, we play tougher when we play our division.
Like Alex Highsmith.
Hits are always harder.
Yeah.
It's when you're playing your division, especially our division, it's much tougher to play.
Yeah, especially when it's neck and neck. Yeah. And the Steelers are 28 and the Commanders are 27. You're just going to try to kill the person.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get that 1 point. But, yeah, I think that's really it. So I'll just end in prayer. And Lord, I pray about all the players and all the teams that will be traveling and playing against others, and and all that stuff this week. And I pray that there's not going to be any major injuries that would affect players' momentum and just their overall set of mind. And I pray for Alex Highsmith and his ankle injury. And I pray for Calvin Austin and his head injury. And I pray that he doesn't have any sort of concussion or outcome to that would really affect his game moving forward. And I pray these things all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I'm Gary and Alex Petrie, and together we're GAP GAB. Go visit us online, gapgab.com.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.